What's good, Liberators? Fingus here, and today on DX2 Demon Review, we are talking about that sweet, soft pussy. And no, I'm not talking about your girlfriend. We are talking about the beast, Nekomata. Let's check her out. A cat yokai in Japanese folklore. Long-lived cats are said to become these creatures that have mastered human speech. The powers of the Nekomata vary. Some were even strong enough to turn into people or command the dead. A freak accident at the summoning portal caused these demons with a different appearance to appear. And that is who we are talking about today, the dimensional Nekomata. So let's check out her stats and see exactly what she has to offer. And as you can see, she is continuing in our series of the Slutty Demon Summer Showcase. And this is just all wrong. I can't, it just ruins it for me when you're looking at me. So I'm just going to need you to just, okay, now we can get to work. As you can see, her main feature is that amazing agility stat. 226 naturally, can boost that up to 246 with meat Thomas. 266 if you go full Sin Infusion. And everything else is, her luck's halfway decent, 160. You can pump that up to 180, which is paramount for what I specifically use her for, which we will get into. But mainly, the agility is the primary factor in this equation, and she has resistances and weaknesses, and we don't care about those because we don't care about those. Skills for the first transferable speedster, of course, a godsend for any high agility demon, and pretty much a prerequisite if you're running a fast PvP kind of team. And again, I don't use her for PvP, but for what I do use her for, this is imperative. Gotta have it. For her second skill, evade, plus 20% to evasion, making her a very, very hard girl to lock down. Now, a lot of dudes trying to lock it down, but she's just fast foot and just can't hold her down. Just can't hold her down. And for her exclusive skill, the pussy foot. While the demon with this skill is alive, all party members will receive the following effect, plus 20% to evasion. And I really do love the demons that provide a party-wide boost, because they're so rare and they allow for so much. Like, you can give everyone Tsukakaja and boost up everyone's evasion by 20%. But this can pile on to that and take you above and beyond. Right? You got Tsukakaja on, and you got her in the party. Your evasion is boosted by 40% for everyone. And as someone who's a big fan of physical teams, this can be a problem. It can be a real problem. Fortunately for me, you don't see her all that much in PvP these days, but when she was first released, she was around. I'm sure you saw her out there, and you saw what she could do. And if you level this up, you can crank her agility up an extra 20, being able to cap her out at, if you go full bore, 286, I believe would be the final number. Yeah, 286. Not bad. Not bad at all. And I've got her in the Psychic archetype, which gives a Null Charm, which, of course, Null's Charm. Moving on. Now, for what I use Nekomata for is for farming PvP. Farming Origate. And the way I do that is I have her with Mahajwan, which curses everyone on the field. And then I have Undead Alice come in and just wipe them out. Just double tap. There is no faster way to farm Origate. There's really no better way to farm Origate if you're trying to make the most of your full moons. I would recommend using this kind of setup if you have access to an Undead Alice. That's the hard part, getting that Undead Alice. But for the second party member, it can be anyone with high agility and decent luck. With her, I've got her set now, so she has a 100% curse rate on it. She never misses a curse when I roll through Origate. The only time my Origate runs fail is if I auto Origate, so it goes into auto negotiations for regular demons. And sometimes they ask for the life of a party member. And if they take the life of Nekomata or Undead Alice, okay, then I die. But other than that, and that's a very rare occurrence, you know, all goes swimmingly. Works very, very well. You can set it and forget it and not have to worry about anything. Assuming you can make up for Undead Alice's low agility with your speedster ailment person. And that is why I have her with Mahajuan to curse Undead Alice with a double tap. And it is also why I have her in the psychic archetype specifically, so that she only has one skill that uses MP. And this is important, because if you have her with any other skills that use MP, the AI, even if you've got her set to support, it might go kind of wonky and she might act differently. And this is the case for other demons as well if you're trying to run this Origate setup. This is why I prefer Nekomata, because you can assure that she only has Mahajuan. She's only cursing. It's the only thing she has that uses MP, and it's 100%. She's guaranteed to act the same way every time, no questions asked. And for her second transferable, Insanity plus 20% to inflict status ailments. I don't know if this is required to have her with her 100% ailment infliction rate within Origate, but hey, if this is the one function I have her for, I went big to ensure that that is the case. But I'm sure with really good brands, you can make up for this. You can also slap on Madness for her and have probably get the same effect. I think the most important thing you can do is level up Mahajuan. I think this infliction status, I think this weighs in more to the equation than anything else. Like, you've got your ailment infliction rate, but this right here, when you level the skill specifically, I think it has much more of an impact on your overall infliction rates. I don't know the exact equations. This is just me speaking from my own personal experience. And if you wanted to build her for PvP, I mean, you could give her dodge, which is 10% evasion, I believe. There are a few of those newer. There's Epitome of Swiftness, I believe, that gives both speed percentage and evasion. There are things you could do to make her nigh on impossible to strike with a physical weapon. If you wanted to build that anti-physical revenge team or something to that effect, or you just want to have some fun with it, there are some options there. There are places you can go. As for brands, speed brands, sick brands, I use her for Origate farming. She needs to be fast to make up for Undead Alice's lack of speed, and she needs to be able to stick that curse or I am boned. So there's what you can see there. And notice the ailment infliction rate. I have plus 45 with the tertiaries and the brands, plus 20% from the sick brand set, bringing it to a total of 65% ailment infliction, plus the 20% from Insanity, bringing that to 85%. And if you level up Mahajuan, that's what you need to get there. I don't know how low this bar goes, but I know that this works. So if you're trying to set up a team like this, get that 85% ailment infliction rate, and you should be on point. As for the spirit panels, panel 1, minus 15% chance of receiving status ailments. Hey, cool for a PvP situation. I don't know if it's going to save you, but it's there. Panel 2, plus 5% to physical evasion rate. Hey, pile onto that evasion. Can't go wrong. 5%. I don't think you're even going to notice it's there, to be perfectly frank. And panel 3, as long as this demon is alive, plus 5% physical evasion rate to all party members. Pretty cool. Piling on to the Pussyfoot's 20%, giving you 25% evasion boost to everyone. Hey, there's something to be said about that. And before we wrap this up, we will take one last look at Nekomata's booty. Nice. And check out the archetype skills. And for this, we need the 4-star selector to see what she's got under the hood. And for the origami archetype, Binding Claw, physical damage on a single enemy with a 40% chance to inflict bind. And okay, she's a cat with claws, binds you up. They kind of build her as this hyper-evasive kind of ailment specialist, so that's something. Throw a little damage on there. Okay. For her protector archetype, and probably the one I've seen her with the most, is Mahamarin. I always mess that up. Karen. 30% chance to inflict charm on all enemies. Plays into her whole motif of being a complete slut and charms all the enemies. And if you were running her in PvP, hey, this is a potential option. She is very, very fast. If you're running ailments, generally speaking, you want to go first to neutralize your enemies, get them all messed up on ailments before they have a chance to do anything, and then you wreck them on your second turn. So yeah, I like it. I like that protector archetype a lot, but for what I use her for, having this would interfere with her use of Mahajwan. So I can't have it, because she will be fighting with herself over which one she uses, and I can't have that. And if you can eliminate RNG in your auto battles, do so as much as possible, or else it'll cause headaches and variances and just the most random of things to happen, where it'll run a certain way 50 times, and then on that 51st run, they'll just act completely ridiculous, and you won't know what to do. As for the Psychic archetype, Null Charm, which Null's Charm, as we discussed, and finally the Elementalist, Repel Electric. What is she weak to again? She is weak to electric, so that does cover that up, but still I'm going to tell the Elementalist archetype to get fucked. And that is all I have today for this fine pussy. I do love her design, although the purple hair in 2021 sends a bad message. So I just can't support that any longer. Have a good one, Liberators. Don't get captured.